it don't translate. You know, I'm secretly an introvert. I like to be at home with a cat all the time. I secretly struggle from a lower level of agoraphobia. Agoraphobia?
Agoraphobia. Agoraphobia, yeah.
I only got an associate's degree. Yeah, I only got it.
I didn't either. I left after a year.
Okay, I got the associate's, but that's all. But leaving my house is super tough.
I get that.
It's super tough. I don't know what's going on with me, but I talk to my therapist, girl. I mean,
yeah, I talked to my therapist. They have all kinds of. I went out to hang out with a hypnotherapist last night, and we went to go do some jazz stuff and all that, right? Like, because I like this place. There's no electronics allowed, no phones, right? So you actually have to chill.
It's giving Dave Chappelle show.
Is that Dave Chappelle show? You weren't allowed to bring any phones?
No.
Oh, that's cool. That makes sense.
Yeah.
You have to be engaged, right?
Yeah.
The cool thing with the jazz thing is like you listen to the music, but you have conversation, right? And I remember like about 30 minutes in, she's like, how are you not 100%? Because there's definitely something fucked up with you, like mentally. I was like, I know, right?
I just got to 100%.
I've been working on it. Brett's helping me
9 years in trying to figure out this disability.
I explain it to people like it's not easy. Some people get it like that.
Yeah.
Most people, no. They will fight you tooth and nail and make you slip. Like every year they drop my kids. Like I have to re-sign up my kids because it keeps every year when one of my kids has a birthday, they drop all my kids like they all had the same birthday.
My daddy did the same thing. He dropped all his kids and shit.
So every time my kid has a birthday, I go to the VA because I have to redo the paperwork. Every single time.
Something wrong with the VA.
Yeah, I don't know. And with that, welcome back to Triple V. I'm Ronnie Long, your host, and I have the pleasure of sitting with Miss
Serena Monae, your co-host.
She is co-hosting. She is our guest. She is co-hosting. She is everything that you guys need to meet. All right, so could you go ahead and tell them about yourself a little bit? Tell us.
Hey, I'm Serena Monae, stand-up comedian and United States Navy veteran, the swimmers of the bunch. We are the transportation of the latter, the United States Marine. Just call me Auntie from here on out. Started off as a quartermaster, that is ships navigation, driving ships, planning navigation, making sure we got safe travel. Ended as a gas turbine mechanic, honey, giving the ships oil changes and things, making sure everybody got drinkable water and plumbing. And so a big scope of things I did with my service, 5 years. And I am so happy to be done. I be high all the time.
How long were you in?
5 years.
5 years. 5 years total? And was it like...
In like a day.
And
I gave them hell that extra day. I was a total bitch. I was like, bitch, I ain't working today because I'm off forever with y'all ass.
I was just explaining this. I can't remember who I was explaining to. I think it was like Gunny Claus over in Philadelphia. I was like, maybe people, you guys work hard. You guys work abnormally hard. It's hard to keep that motivation up.
Yeah. I'm kind of shocked. I'm kind of impressed with myself with what I was able to accomplish.
Yeah.
To be honest, I never saw myself as the young man that they made me, but happy to be here as the young man I am today.
Okay. What, did you want to join the Navy growing up, or was it like spur of the moment?
I did not. My mama gonna kill me. Child, my grades was below average. They wasn't failing. They was below average, which means I was learning how to twerk more than learning at the schoolhouse, okay? And to be fair, I really can shake that ass, like I can really shake that ass these days and things like that. And so grades had got low. I told the people at the school, don't send them grades to my mama. I am 18. I'll take those grades. Baby, once the time came and went, the mail then came and went, and she didn't get nothing. She didn't even want to argue with me about it. She just stopped paying my tuition. She didn't even say nothing. She didn't say too much of nothing. She just stopped paying it. And so I got me a job at McDonald's, pushing McChickens. Didn't like that, of course. Was not fulfilled.
Whenever I see a McDonald's, I get depressed, so I get it.
And so coincidentally, make sure you get my eyes. Coincidentally,
right here, yeah.
The recruiting office was connected to the college. Yeah.
Navy recruitment or all military? All of them.
Predator.
We know where they're now.
Predator. Call Dateline. Anyway, Anyway,
They
child.
always bring pizza, right? Was Pizza Hut around?
Child, you know it was. You know it was. So I went on, and they got this thing where, like, they got this program in the military. For the people who don't know, I know you do. They got this program in the military where they just send you off without a job. Like, you don't got no job. They be like, "We gonna put you somewhere when you get over there." And that's what I did. I said, "All right." And 2 weeks before I was gone now, I didn't even tell my mama I was going to the military, and she still brings this up from time to time. I went, and, I probably told her, like, the day before, "Mama, I'm going to fight for my country," whatever I said in my little 18-year-old mind. And, she was really upset. She was really upset, she was really upset. I remember calling her for boot camp. You know, you get that one first phone call just to let your family know you made it, and you don't even get to say nothing. You don't get to ask how your grandma doing. My grandma on oxygen. I wanna make sure ain't nobody stepping on her cords, cutting off the supply. No.
Yeah.
But,
Nowadays, you gotta worry about the kids unplugging it, plug in their phones, right?
okay. And stealing the kid with the shit.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway,
Smack your kids.
she was really, really, really upset, and, I'm happy that I was able to make it through my enlistment and make it home safe because it don't happen for everybody, and I don't take it lightly at all. Happy to be here.
Yeah. I remember, I think I was pretty once I signed up, told my dad, he was very anti-military before that moment. At that moment, he was like, "I better get on board with this because my son is leaving for Afghanistan."
I don't think my mom was anti, and I say mom because I don't got no dad. Shout out to all the girls out there that don't got no daddy, and now they ain't got no man, and now they stuck with a cat because they don't even know what to do with a man. But anyway, shout out to y'all, all the girls at home. Um, I think she was just scared.
Of course.
I
Yeah.
think she was scared, as she should have been, because there was some scary shit, you know.
It's amazing what they give responsibility to an 18, 19-year-old, like, "Hey, handle it," because, like, what was your first job?
And I went late. I was 22 when I
You were 22, so you were like,
I
it's
was
funny.
listening to 18-year-olds, and I
Yeah.
was like, "If you don't get your ass out of my."
I was about to say, you're about to be like, you're literally about to be
Yeah.
antsy to everybody, like, "Hey, like, no," because
Yeah.
I was 19, and that was sort of old and a little
Yeah.
bit just 1 year makes a huge difference because everyone else, right when you graduate, inside the enlistment.
Yeah.
When you go in a little bit later, it's weird because they kinda turn to you
Yeah.
like you
And you
are
don't have the
they
rank that
yeah,
they need, but you have the life
you
experience.
have the life experience, and that actually helps out a lot. Yeah,
The
in
balance.
different ways, yeah.
The balance. I think that, and that bring me to something that I wanna go ahead and say if you don't mind,
Say
honey.
whatever you want.
Y'all stop signing y'all's kids' papers to go to the military. Give them that extra year to think about it. Don't you just sign no damn papers. This ain't no tattoo, okay? You let I think they should change the law on this. I really do. I think if somebody wanna go serve in the military, they gotta be able to sign on their own.
I kinda like that. My son definitely needed to go, for himself because after you make a lot of mistakes.
You signed it?
Oh, no, he was 18. He couldn't go in because he had a criminal record, so he had to wait till he was 18 till it was expunged.
What he do?
Mm, not for a podcast.
That's some bullshit. You should just tell us what he did. I mean, edit it out. Tell me.
I'll tell you.
Okay, you don't want nobody to know.
Well, he is now living in DC in the Army right now, so I wanna make sure.
You wanna make sure he alright. You don't want nobody to check the record. Exactly. Lil Sammy is a thief. He been stealing. Look at his record.
Sometimes I wish he was a thief.
Oh, damn. We gonna move on because I hate it to be anything other than that. I got a little record myself.
I did too, and it was funny. I remember when I was naive, he was, like, looking at it and
Yeah, I don't got that type of record. I got like I should not be driving on the streets type of record. Like I don't have a DUI, but like I am an avid SR22 girl. With that being said, I want to give a quick shout out to Liberty Mutual. Liberty Mutual. Limu, Emu, and everybody over there. Thank y'all for covering me in my last accident. I understand y'all don't want me back, but I thank you for having me.
Hey, she gets to sit here because of you guys. Bring that emu back.
Yeah. Yeah, shout out to the Limu Emu. When you and I'm gonna tell you this is like one of my rules in life. Like when I go and join, become a client of a service like this, rather it's insurance or anybody who can market on TV. I generally would not go with the person who marketing the most, but damn it,
Limu.
they what they say they is.
Right?
Go ahead.
The only other weird one was
So I could count on you more than I could count on my father, and I thank you for that. You a little hairy, and so is he. But thank you, Lee Moo, for what you did do for me.
yeah, you got Jake from State Farm. You just
No, I don't fool with Jake. Jake can go to hell.
Good.
I want to tell you something.
What do you want to tell me?
Before I moved down here, I was living in the ghetto in Chicago. It's this store that everybody in the ghetto go to. You know, little bodega type of store. You know, they got snacks and drinks and blunts and whatever you need. And it had been a car sitting over there for a while, you know, abandoned type of car. And before these people abandoned their car, they wrote on the window and they said, Nationwide is not on your side. And I told myself, ever since I seen that, I ain't never going nowhere with Nationwide. Cause I believe that it's in the hood. That's boots on the ground journalism, right there. Okay, and they tried something out for everybody, and they wanted to come back to the hood and let everybody know Nationwide. You don't have a friend in Nationwide, okay? And I follow that.
Got it. What made you decide to get out? Because you got out after 5 years. Why didn't you want to stay the full 20?
So I started off with ships transportation. And then, like halfway through, they told me like ships transportation jobs actually full. You want another one? You ain't even got to do no application. We just gonna send you over. We just gonna do a flip in your chart, in your my chart, and you can just go on down there, right? So I picked engineering. That was, even though it don't seem like it, that's the closest thing to what I was actually doing.
Yeah.
Okay. I went from driving the ship to fixing it. I mean, there are so many jobs in the military. I always been a girl that like to get her hands dirty. Turn around and bend over. Anyway, so I went and did that. And I believe like, and this is engineering department.
Yeah.
So I went from like the top of the ship to the bottom of the ship. Engineering as a girl, you know, having two titties down there was not working out for me. I wanted to engineer. I was good at it. I was accountable, but it was the titties that blinded everybody's focus on a good job that I was doing to make me feel like I wasn't doing a good job for the two titties. They gonna understand what I mean. You probably don't, but y'all know y'all understand what I mean. The fact that I was a girl, they couldn't get past it.
Really?
And the worst part about it was that at this point, I'm on my third ship. So now I got all my medals and stuff. And I don't got that much rank because I'm switching jobs, but I got a lot of medals. And they like,
Don't they? Isn't it weird how they hate it? Because I have a
that
9
shit.
stack. I'm supposed to have 10,
uh
and I was a lance corporal.
see,
And then it's like you get the looks like.
I earned mine. Ain't nobody kill you, and we earned our stuff. And I just feel
But there's like when it comes to the people who are behind the
Yeah.
scenes and they doing the paperwork, they want to look cool. They want to do stuff,
They
right?
do.
They don't want to see your combat action ribbon. They don't want to see your NAM. They don't want to see your stuff.
behind a desk with
Yeah.
no piss poor service, very boring service, very much so on that ass service. I was out in the field, baby. I got my stuff and I earned it. And in collaboration with my success in moving ships and learning the new culture of engineering department and how they feel about girls, I was hazed. I got hurt. That's why I got out. It was the hazing. I'm not gonna lie. It was the hazing and the hazing by itself. Like once I started feeling more scared of my colleagues than of the journey, I felt like I was no good to them.
I get that. I can understand that. And I respect that. Well, when you got out, did you go straight home?
No.
Where did you go?
I stayed in Norfolk, Virginia for 3 years and worked at the post office.
Worked at the post
I
office.
was a mail carrier and I was carrying that shit.
Yeah. You walk around, you're like, I'm a federal agent.
That's right.
Hell yeah.
I used to come out. Who want their tax forms today? Give mama a kiss. Give mama, sit on Santa's lap. Baby, you want them W-2s, okay? I took joy in it. It was joyous.
That's a heavy job because you're like on the move the whole time. Boom,
I
boom, boom, boom,
mean,
boom, boom.
who better?
Yeah.
Who better?
Well, yeah, especially coming from the Navy. That's pretty like easy to answer. Yeah.
Who better? I was the shiny star of the post office, just like I am of the disability office. I'm the baddest bitch they got at the disability office. Shout out to all y'all. Hey, I'm the disability office reigning beauty queen.
Yeah.
That's not a thing. I just made that up.
It's okay.
Okay, good.
We got a guy. We can make a plaque. We can make a plaque. We can make a plaque.
Put me on there like this.
There you go. We're gonna have that. It's gonna be very Stalin.
Very good. And so yes, I think that there'll come the time in the military when you just done seen too damn much.
I know that.
I had done seen too damn much. And my life is forever changed. Ask the bitches at Walmart, in my neighborhood Walmart. You know, they know when they see me coming, they don't know what to get. They don't know if they gonna get a happy, jolly me or a bitch get out my way with a shopping cart at. And this shopping cart ain't working. And none of them work at the Walmart.
Going all over the place, right?
3 tires on them.
It's like it's either stuck or it makes noise, and I'm like, I don't know which one I want, you know? So it's like, yeah,
Yeah. So I think that was I think I had done enough time at that point. 5 years is enough, really 4. You know, that's why they do it in 4-year increments. Somebody did a study and said 4 years of this shit is all I can take.
on average for the jobs, yeah, definitely. Because there's some jobs you can do for 5, sometimes you do for 6, but most jobs 4. 4 is good.
But I enjoy my service for the most part. I enjoy my family enjoying it, posting my picture. I was the belle of the family. I went from black sheep to big black booty. Well, however you want to say it. I don't know if they go together, but it turned my status in my family and my life. Um it made me, in my opinion, more respectable person. You know?
Do you feel like the military was the thing that kinda gave you a little bit more self-respect when you got out?
No.
No.
I came out with less self-respect,
Came out with less self-respect.
no communication skills,
Oh, yeah.
no self-respect. I'm still working on my self-respect.
You've always been very respectful to me. Always.
Well, the journey is going, but I can't lie to you, it shows in all aspects of my life.
I get that.
You know what I mean? And
It is a journey because it's not like you're not gonna ever arrive there.
Yeah.
It's like the healing, like someone said you need to heal yourself, right? But the healing journey never actually ends.
No.
It's a continual process that you have to consciously choose every single day, right?
Yeah.
And is that how you fell into comedy?
I was just gonna say I miss having self-respect.
You miss
I miss motherfuckers being intimidated of me in some type of way. And not to say like that's why I wanted the self-respect, but that's how I know I had some. Like that's the indication.
because it's not there anymore. It's one of those things like once it's gone, it's gone. Like I'm kind of going through something like that, and I understand that. Yeah, it's
I'm fighting with
strange.
that. I'm fighting
Mhm.
with that. So yes, I actually started comedy while I was still active duty.
During active duty. How did
Actually, during deployment.
on
They
deployment?
had a once you out for more than 63 days
Yeah.
at a time, they gonna give you a field day, 2 beers, talent show. Um,
And you got up on
and I
stage.
did some comedy, and I knew it was good because the military police put me in handcuffs and told me to get my ass from up there and shut up. I was telling it all. One thing about like comedy in the military space is like saying the unsaid. It's like a bigger thing. Like it's not like
You don't
when
have to hold back.
not just that, but like it doesn't hold the same weight as like when you in your living room talking with your family. But like the unknown of actually saying, everybody be quiet, this person here, or don't nobody say nothing, they gonna tell in a military setting, it was like a moment. Like in my opinion, I feel like I changed history that one day because they were so mad. Like the junior sailors laughing real good, laughing real loud, laughing like fat people.
Laugh like that, people. That's a good
You
indicator.
know, tongue out, head back. Laughing like a fat person. But all of like the senior sailors, they was mad, and that's how I know I did a good job. I gave a relatable perception from where I am and my status as a junior sailor, and gave them what they've been wanting to say
You give them the platform that they can laugh at.
Yes, at the issues that we having. You know what I'm saying? For instance, the couple of days before they sent us out there, what they feed us?
Garbage. MREs.
No,
Did you guys get
crab legs and shrimp. Whenever you finna get deployed and you don't know, that's what you look for. So that was a perfect time for me to bring it up. I should have known there was some shit when they brought the crab legs out last week. Who ain't want to say that? Everybody gonna want to say some shit like that. So I rest my case. I started when I was active duty, and then I told myself, when I get out, I'm gonna bust my booty hole wide open. Hey, Mom.
And with that, we're gonna go ahead and take a 2-minute break because we really gotta dive into how she broke it. All right, and break. Cool. That was awesome.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready?
I recently went through some shit, so I cut off all my hair, okay? This is a wig. I look like Scottie Pippen without it. I took it to the barbershop with me, and as soon as the barber got all my hair off, my niece stood up and said, "TT, you look like my daddy." I said, "Damn." I said, "How you know what your daddy look like?"
Welcome back to Vegas Veteran Voices. We're talking a little bit about Garfield because we got lasagna at home. All right.
I got a cat. I never thought I would like cats. I'm not gonna lie, I'm Black. We don't do that.
No.
Okay. And when the military, they sent me some paper, they told me, like, you qualify for a little animal. If you want it, we'll give you a letter. You ain't gotta pay none of the deposits on it. They said, well, what kind of animal you want? Well, you don't put what kind of animal you want. Basically, it's just a survey. You put your ethnicity on there, right? I put Black. When you put Black and pet in the same sentence, it's supposed to end with a Rottweiler or a pit bull or some shit. Now, why would y'all send me a cat? But anyway, I picked
color
up
is a
a
cat?
puppy up. He Black because I'm Black, and
Is he
so
a black
he just like his mama. What's the problem? It's not
Nothing.
racist. Okay.
It's not racist. It's not. What's his
Okay,
name?
good. Jackson. Most of the time is you better sit your fucking ass down. But his name is Jackson.
We got a black cat named Jackson.
Yeah, Jack the cat. Black Jack, big Black Jack.
I just love everything about it.
Yeah, he's like my VFF, and so me and that pussy, it's a lot of pussy at my house, especially like when I'm there and he there too. It's so much pussy there. And so I enjoy having him. He's supposed to be an emotional support animal, but sometimes he beat on me. And so I've been thinking about writing a letter too.
Write him up. Yeah.
To the pound while I picked him up and let them know that his hood ratchet ways has not changed and he's still true to himself.
Starts blowing weed at him.
Yeah, he don't like that.
You don't like that?
Mm-mm.
That's his problem.
He don't like no type of smoke. He like the flower. But if once you get to smoking, he gonna leave. He flammable.
Makes sense. Okay.
And he been doing real good though. He go through these bouts where he just a fucking asshole. And like I gotta threaten him like, Jackson, the next fucking thing you do, I'm gonna drop you off at the Chinese food place and they gonna be having Jack Fu Young tonight. But lately he been doing good. So shout out to you, Jack. Mommy love you.
Yeah, you'll be able to watch this later on YouTube.
He watch a good TV. He love good TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll see. It'll be all good. My kids get so confused seeing me on TV when we're watching it. Yeah. They're like,
Not because you're not in their life, like my dad.
no, I'm always there.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
What make you want to be a better father? What make you want to be there for your kid?
What makes me want to be there for my kids? I didn't have a mom, and
Normally people don't have dads.
my dad never left. In fact, my dad still had to pay alimony, even though he had the kids. So it was rough. And so we almost ended up homeless as, just because it was like a lot.
I hate to praise your mama in this moment, but that's a bad bitch. She got the money.
$500,000. We built a house and she got like half of what it was. And then she didn't want us. So
Don't take her lead, y'all, but she a bad bitch. She got an ebook or anything I can?
don't know.
Okay, baby. Okay, then. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. But for me,
You want to beat your mama ass?
no,
You ain't that mad?
no,
You want to beat my daddy ass? I'm that mad.
maybe. I have a guy. It depends where he's at.
Hell yeah.
I have a few guys. But what led you into? Oh, for me being a father, like I think it was the first time in my life where it actually gave me some kind of purpose to live. You know what I mean?
Heard.
And like, I joined the Marine Corps after I found out I was having my daughter.
Okay.
You know, and I was
You
like,
like, I got to get this money.
I had no aspect. I had no prospects for
love
my
it.
life. I had nothing going on.
I love
I already had a criminal record.
What you do?
For me, technically,
He could sell his own business. What did you do?
technically, you know, it was just possession of a weapon, and they said there was an attempt of an assault, which was wild. I was expelled, arrested, had all this other stuff going on, and I didn't get to go to jail though. They just arrested me, brought me over there, and just dropped me off. And then my mom kicked me out of the house. Yeah, that, and then like,
She was waiting. She just wanted to keep the money. She was like, good, glad you did some shit. Get your ass out of here.
pretty much.
I'm going to beat your mama ass.
She's fine. She's
Okay,
good.
She better.
She's a lot better. She's a lot better.
She needed some time. You know, I think sometimes often we forget that our moms and dads just
They're
boys
people.
and girls. They just boys
They're
and
just
girls.
people, yeah. And like, life doesn't end up the way you think it's going to, and sometimes it all depends on how you respond to it. You either react or respond, and when you react, you fuck up. But when you
Yeah.
respond, that means you're taking consideration of what the
Yeah.
situation is, and you're doing the best course of action. Yeah. When
Yeah.
you react, it's like instantaneous.
I'm trying to tell you, like I'm so like when I think about like my mom now, like I would say my mom is a non-emotional corporate type of woman. I'm the opposite. I'm a super emotional, eccentric woman. And there are many times in my life still as an adult where I just be like, my mom is just a girl.
Yeah.
She's a good mom. I think she's really doing everything she can. But I do need $150, mom. Girl, do more. But she's a doctor. So she's so successful. She does so well. She got a BMW. I got a Toyota Corolla. If shit is unbalanced, she ought to be sued by me. But I'ma let her have it. She earned it.
It's all good. So, you went to the post office.
I did.
What was the journey after that? What happened?
Child, I almost accidentally gave my postmaster, which is like the person who over that specific post office, I accidentally almost gave him some ass. I was like, the pressure is on me. And I don't even got jungle fever, but this fountain is generally for colors only to drink out of, my body fountain. But something about, and I know you gonna understand this because you're a person and you're a real person. It was something about the prestige and position of it all that really made me want to take my drawers off, but I'm past that now. I left because I was ready to come on home. I went to Chicago 3 years after I started working at the post office. They said, you want to go home? I said, I do. They transferred me. Okay. To a post office close to my house so I could still have a job. I appreciated that. Quit the post office because just like they talk to y'all when y'all in line, they talk to us back there. And, you know, after you do your military time, you just can't take anything.
It's
from
a leash.
anybody.
Yeah, and I tried to explain this. I actually got told that, oh gosh, I don't think they watch these episodes. I could say this, but I was told because I have a hard time being underemployment because I don't like being told what to do by someone who hasn't done shit with their life. Right? I don't give a fuck how much money you make. I don't give a fuck of that.
I could
But
care the fuck less.
I don't give a shit. You write me a check and all that, and you think you own me. I already did that. I'm already done with it.
Bitch, let me show you how bad I need this job.
Yeah.
Don't. I'm leaving.
Yeah.
No, I
and
don't do it.
I was told by someone that why don't you? It's like, why does it matter if you have a boot on your neck if you make $500,000 a year? And I was like, cause there's a boot on my fucking neck.
Not can't do it.
I can't
You
do
know,
it either.
my service really ruined that for the workforce.
The
you
service
know?
does that, right? It does not. It's like that's why we like entrepreneurship. We like doing entertaining. We like doing things that give us the freedom.
Yeah.
It may not be luxurious all the time, but it's us. We get to be us, right? And is that how you fell into going into deep into the comedy room?
Yeah, probably.
Was it in Chicago?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it was.
How did that journey start?
I
know it
open
started-
micing.
Open micing?
Open micing.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm gonna tell you what like started making me a marketable comedian and started like really pushing me in my family. They would not miss a show. And it became a thing where like Serena is a bringer, book her. And that opened up the door for me to be able to work on my craft without being at an open mic.
They did the Flamin' Hot Cheeto thing.
Now, what the fuck is that? It sounds like some black racist shit. What the fuck are you talking about?
So the guy who made Flaming Hot Cheetos, right? No one wanted to buy Flaming Hot Cheetos because it was kind of weird back in the 80s because you had all these Cheetos, then you had like this weird Mexican spicy shit.
Yeah.
The family went around town and guerrilla marketed, say, hey, this is the best shit in the world. They be buying the fuck out of it. They be going to parties and kind of doing it. So everyone started, all of a sudden it became a huge craze, right? My sister's probably watching this, eating some hot Cheetos right now. So you can thank that guy.
Hey, girl.
Yeah.
I came home, still working at the post office, and I did, but anytime I had a day off, I would drive to Chicago. I wasn't living in Chicago. I was living in Michigan City, Indiana, which is like an hour and a half out. I would drive that hour and a half like 3 times a week. And I wasn't getting paid or nothing like that, but I didn't have to spend that much time not getting paid. Like I said, my family marketed me. People, I was able to sell tickets, whatever. And so that kind of pushed me to the forefront. My family also gave me the confidence to be creative. All that rolling and shit you see.
Oh, I love it. She had this awesome show down south, and I remember because I never heard of. No, I did hear of her. I saw her in person at US Vets, and she had her set there. It was great, right? And then Brenton invites me to this show all the way down south, like far as fuck from my house.
Like the south as you could probably.
As south as you can get, right? And I'm like,
Strip, yeah.
Like the name of the casino next to it is South Point. That's just it, right? And so he's like, hey, we're gonna go see a comedian. I'm looking, I'm going, and I see, I'm like, I feel like I have met this woman before.
We hadn't met yet.
We hadn't met personally, but we passed each other. And it wasn't until she did this very specific thing on stage, I realized I know who she is, right? And I was very happy to meet her. And she is a very talented entertainer, and she deserves all the notoriety that she gets in this town, right? And it was an awesome show. I've took many people to that show just because I'm like, you need to see this, and I don't know if she's going to engage with us or not. It's 50-50. She will. If so, it will be memorable. It will be memorable. She makes it memorable.
And shout out to Chicago. Shout out to Chicago for being the city of improv. You know, the city of quick thinkers and witty people, because I believe that I can give it back to Chicago, the level of improv that I'm doing. Sometimes I surprise myself.
You know, I've been traveling this country a lot in the past few years, and I've realized when it comes to comedians, there is a flavor for every single area.
Yeah.
Like there is some witty people in Chicago, and then I realized, like when I was in Philadelphia, holy shit, that's a whole different thing right there.
And
because
they're
quick, and then they will fuck with you for such a long time,
and you don't even really know
that they're doing it, right?
You get in the car like, wait a minute, now you had a damn minute.
Me and Brenton were going to this coffee shop, and this other guy's coming through, and I was like, hey, where'd you get the coffee? He's holding coffee. I'm like, hey, where'd you get that coffee? I was like, I got it over there. I was going to go to this one. I was like, no, it's closed. It's not open for another hour. He's like, oh, I'm not going to lie. You kind of ruined my whole fucking day. I'm like, how did I ruin your day? They're the ones who are fucking closed. He was like, I don't know. I was like, oh, what? Go Birds. He's like, oh, shit. All right, cool. Whatever. And that's just like the Philly way. Then you go to New York, and New Yorkers love to talk about New York. That's like,
you think I'm a great comedian, and I appreciate that, but I did a comedy club called Comedy in Harlem, predominantly. Well, it's a black-owned comedy club, and predominantly African-American acts.
Yeah.
I bombed so bad. And this ain't even a year old. So this is just for me to tell you that I do not win them all.
no one does. No one does.
I do not win them all. And I don't think that the people get to hear that from me. I think that they just see
everyone always looks at the highlights.
They love me. But ladies and gentlemen, I do not win them all. Auntie Wanda don't win them all. Uncle Joe don't win them all. None of us do.
I don't even know who Uncle Joe is.
You haven't met him yet.
I haven't met Uncle Joe. I'm going to meet him. The thing I learned, and this is something I learned later on, it depends on the crowd, right? You go to a crowd, and the crowds are going to go.
Say that.
We hate to say it because you have your material, you go up there, and you're never going to know if it's going to work until you say your first line,
That's
right?
true. That's
because I've said things that really didn't fly one way, and I went to the other one. I literally said, I had this joke last week, and it completely bombed. You tell me if it bombed. I brought it up, and it killed.
Yeah.
And that's just how it works sometimes because you have to feel the crowd. You have to understand where it is, and you have to be able to adapt.
You do.
Since we're veterans, we understand adapt is just what
And
you do.
overcome, yes,
And
do that.
We got a lot of comedians out there that are veterans, and the one thing that they can't stand is a silent room. They do their joke, it gets quiet, you see them kind of like freeze up, and
They
they
don't
don't move.
yeah.
They don't move on to it, right? I think we just like lean into it, like I don't give a shit.
Listen, I had a show, Caucasian people sitting all in the front.
Yes.
I say hello to everybody. Okay, hey everybody, how y'all doing? Thank y'all so much for coming. Now it was an exotic looking Caucasian woman sitting on a yes, giving flour in the hair, and I couldn't stop myself. I said, "What species are you?" Because I can't call it from here. The lights is on, the stage lights is on. I can see you real good. I can't tell what ethnicity you are. And she said, "Oh, I'm Italian." I said, "Bitch, that's white with some garlic powder." And the crowd went crazy. I thought in my mind, like, that, you said, "Rita, you might be taking it too far with this next one." But I could not stop myself. And so try everything. It's my thing. And whenever a comedian say, "Give me one piece of advice," try everything.
You gotta try it, and like you gotta feel the crowd. Because if they're good, I can't stand a person that goes to a comedy show and then they get offended because I'm like, why'd you go?
Stay your ass at home.
Yeah, like why are you going there to be upset?
Because I'm going to get you.
Yeah, because then you're just gonna target yourself out, right? And then everyone in the room is gonna hate you.
One thing people don't realize like the good comedians, especially, they be spiritual people. So it's almost like they could feel that energy that you don't want to be bothered. It's not that hard to pick
Is
up
that
on.
why I never get picked on? Because I'm in the front hoping to get fucked with, and it never happens.
Could be.
Because I'm like, yeah, someone told me, Lana told me, she straight up said, like, because you look like you want it. You sit up in the front, leg crossed, completely engaged, eye contact, and smiling, just like waiting for someone to talk some shit.
Maybe.
Very happy.
But it's not hard to. It's not hard to pick the people and see what they like. Yeah.
But I think it is because there's always someone else in the room that's trying to hide, and that's the person's just like, you.
I get them every time. I get them every time.
She does get them every time, and it's actually really funny.
It just tightens up the crowd a lot bit more. Like now we all cool. Like I've embarrassed myself, I've embarrassed you, and look at us, a family embarrassment.
That's true. You want everyone to feel welcome. Even the person that looks like super tight, it does loosen them up and they feel like they're part of the show and it makes them have a good time, right? And that's one of the biggest things that's hard on stage sometimes, to make everyone feel welcome. Because there's always going to be one or two that
it takes work.
It does take work. And it
But
takes
you
a
can
lot.
do it.
Yeah. That whole thing, make fun of yourself a little bit. That way everyone feels safe to take these a little bit. Boom. There it is.
That's what the fuck I thought. That's what the
It's okay.
Try everything. Do whatever the fuck you want. But most importantly, do you and be yourself. Because everybody else taking and they gotta act. What you gonna do?
Hell yeah.
You better do something.
So, with that, what shows you got coming up? What
Listen,
do you got?
I want to tell y'all something very important.
Yes.
I have a brand new podcast probably starting within the next 48 hours. It'll be out by the time this episode. Hold on a second.
Oh, yeah. I actually have some hair.
Anyway.
Let your soul glow. I have a feeling it does. I watched Coming to America.
Yeah. Listen, I have a very special podcast coming out called The Velvet Gossip: Music, Movies, Politics, Relationships, and Mental Health. The Velvet Gossip, you can find it everywhere on each and every platform at The Velvet Gossip. That's Twitter, X, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube to see what's going on with me at The Velvet Gossip.
Hell yeah. Awesome. Are you making a little show up at any other shows?
My books are closed at the moment.
Your books are closed.
My books are closed because I want to focus on The Velvet Gossip.
Very nice.
Yeah, that's it. But you can find me each and every Wednesday at Evolve Brewing. But you can find me each and every Wednesday at Evolve Brewing over there in Summerlin. Hosting trivia 7 to 9 p.m.
What kind of trivia?
All kinds.
All kinds? I used to do an erotic trivia all the time.
Now, we don't do no erotic trivia. We got kids at the place. Yeah. Okay. We do a lot of sports. My favorite team is the Baltimore Areolas. So, yeah.
Baltimore Areolas.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right.
Nice meeting y'all.
Is there anything else you would like everyone to know besides these luscious locks?
Trust your body. It know you the best.
Yeah. If you need a rest, rest. That's something I need to learn. All right. And we probably should get some food. All right. That is it. Thank you guys for joining. I'm going to try to figure out how to get a wig like this for myself. All right.